he told me quit my job. You know, I got you. We stayed there for 90 days. Slept there, showered there, we didn't leave that bitch.
Breaking news overnight, Grammy-nominated rapper Nipsey Hussle shot and killed outside his own clothing store in Los Angeles.
Like, I kind of stopped giving a fuck about music, you know?
In 2017, Bino Rideaux and Nipsey Hussle embarked on a legendary 90-day run which produced the collaborative mixtape No Pressure, and Prolific, the first posthumous Nipsey project released in August 2026. We spent the day with Bino to learn about his early days in South Central, how he met Nipsey, handling grief, and the making of Prolific.
Let me see.
What do you think is important for people to understand about like your time when you were living in this place and in this neighborhood?
I feel like it's important to understand that just what it made me. Made a man of me, this street. All the niggas you see out here, it was good times, you know, bad times. You lost a lot of people. You can go back and look at the 100 Days, 100 Nights music video. There's a lot of faces in there that I ain't seen in years for multiple reasons. You know, niggas get locked up, pass away. Just a lot that just happens, you know. And I feel like that's everywhere in the city, but over here it's a lot that happens, you know. But I'll never lose my love for the block, you know, as much as we done lost, as much as, you know, we done dealt with. The block is like, it makes me, you know what I'm saying? It's all we got. All we got is each other for real. This is my family, you know what I'm saying? It's never like one man for himself. I know I always got somebody. You know, I could just come here and go to any one of these houses and it's love, you know?
Did you always think that you'd make music in some way, or was that something that came later?
It's funny, we actually going to my school. I wrote my first rap in 3rd grade. Took fucking Nelly and the Saint Lunatics, Air Force One, Murphy Lee verse, and I just took my words and put it in place of his words. And
you remember any of it?
All I remember, like they always ask me this, all I remember is that in the verse, I went to the swap meet, bought some chili Fritos, and I don't know, some bitch complimented my shoes. It was dumb kid shit. That's the first time somebody, like, you know, I rap,
yeah,
and then somebody was like, "Oh, that was good," you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah, that went a long way.
And did you ever have any like idea that you'd do it professionally?
Yeah, it was like I could do this thing. I always knew I was gonna be in some kind of entertainment, you know? Like I always wanted to just be in front of the camera for real, you know? But yeah, I didn't know that it was just gonna be rap.
What did you think it would be if it wasn't this?
Yeah, I was always like a class clown and shit like that, bro. Like I thought I was gonna be like a comedian, you know, actor or some shit. But yeah,
here we are.
Most of the time that when I saw him, he was practicing day and night, night and day.
And when did your grandma move here?
Well, this is my brother's grandmother. My grandmother passed away.
Oh, really? Yeah.
But I moved in with my brother.
How old were you?
This was like 2014, 2013. You know what I'm saying? Back then I wasn't, you know, just fully confident, you know, in the music and, you know what I'm saying, taking this shit to these heights, you know what I'm saying, to these heights. You know, like they really put the battery in my back. You know, my brother, Tay, I gotta give him his flowers all the time just because he, you know, took me in. He told me quit my job. You know, I got you. I was working at Urban Outfitters.
Wow.
My only job.
Where was which one?
The Lama.
Okay, yeah, in Torrance, yeah.
Yeah, he like, quit your job, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? I believe in you, like full-fledged, you know. Yeah, like, without that, bro, I wouldn't be none of this.
So, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Nice guy. I knew when he got married. I knew when he, you know, when he had his babies, and
I ain't married yet.
he's such a good guy. Now he's trying to be a man. And he's a pretty good one, too.
Some of the situations you can drop it off. Yeah, I don't really fuck with niggas first of all. Pull up on my bitch and drop this burger off. Brody did his shit to take the churches off. All this shit we made it through a fucking circle off. And I ain't even really.
We rented out a spot, No Name Studios. We stayed there for 90 days. Slept there, showered there. We didn't leave that bitch. We was just making everything in there. Like, we didn't have beds and shit. Like, everybody chose their little spots, like where they was gonna sleep. Like,
So it was like a compound almost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My shit was upstairs, like by the kitchen, by the shower. It was like a little cut, like, I don't know, and it had a curtain. I was standing up there, and my little brother Coop was with me. He had the couch right there, so we took over that spot. Nip was like downstairs sleeping on the couch in the studio, and then, you know, we got producers there, the engineer, like it's a big studio, like, so everybody just sleeping in various spots. You wake up, going downstairs, seeing if Nip cooking. If he cooking, I'm gonna go sit in there and see what he working on. Probably step out for a second. It's a producer right here, Mike and Keys, probably cooking some crazy shit right here. All type of shit going on. Nip probably got some oxtails upstairs. Me and Cool going up there sneaking and eating that shit. Like, it's just like, it's constant workflow. You wake up at 4 a.m., there's somebody doing something. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was crazy, but it's constant work for sure.
You know, I know obviously it's difficult to talk about, but shortly after that he passed. Like, do you remember exactly where you were when you first heard the news?
Yeah, I was in my apartment, not in an apartment. I seen it on my phone, but I'm thinking it's cap. Like, nobody called my phone and said shit. And then it came on the news, and then that's when I'm like, yeah, that shit is real. You feel me?
Well, at this hour of the music world, mourning the death of Grammy-nominated rapper, entrepreneur, and philanthropist Nipsey Hussle, the 33-year-old shot and killed outside of his clothing store yesterday in Los Angeles. ABC 7's Carl Willis standing by.
Man, I don't know. I was out of it, bro. Like, just hearing the news or just seeing it on the news, like, it just broke me. And I really wasn't even, like, I kind of stopped giving a fuck about music, you know? Like, I can't even, like, do music without thinking about bro at that point. And, you know, it's crazy. My daughter was on the way. I had a whole nother name for her, but in honor of bro, I named her Victory. That's why I got it tatted right there.
Yeah.
So it was a lot. It was just like a clusterfuck of just fucking emotions, bro. And music was the last thing I was even tripping on.
How long did that period last where you couldn't even think about music?
I forced myself one day because I'm like, this is what I do. I got to get it out, bro. Want me to keep going. So after the funeral is really when I really stepped out there. I feel like, you know, me just being able to be around it, it's like I had a cheat code, you know, to the industry. Like, I saw a way this shit can be done every day, you know, every way. And after that, you know, it's really all I can do is apply every day I had before that. You know what I'm saying? Like, not to sound selfish, but where I'm from, we all idolized. And I was allowed to kind of walk in every room with this man and see how he operates it, you know what I'm saying? And fucking deals or fucking radio interviews or studio, whatever it is, you know, shows, you know, rehearsals. I get to see him, you know, in his element, like, you know, and apply that same process, that same thought, you know what I'm saying, process to my shit. It's like, you know, I would much rather be going through this process with him type shit. Like, I'm proud of the project, of course, but like, it's just heavy. I'm proud of how the team came together and executed, you know what I'm saying, the final, you know what I'm saying, few studio sessions we had just to get everything together. I know it was tough for everybody to even do that shit, but, you know, all the producers, you know, everybody, bro, just coming together, even right now through this rollout, you know, and it's dope to just see everybody together. And I'm just happy to be able to deliver it to the city because I feel like they deserve it. They deserve for the music to be out, you know. And yeah, I hope it make them proud type shit.
POW